Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? Today, we're going to do a quick overview of a few coins. And also going to let you guys know that, a tier list is coming out very, very soon, right? I just started it, but a tier list, right, for meme coins is coming out soon. Also, if you're new, make sure to subscribe. My goal this bull run is for all of us to be eating well, all right? It's for us to make money. I know I'm not a financial advisor. I always say this, but I have been in the markets for years, and I really believe in technical analysis. And my goal only here is to help you sell as high as possible and have a peace of mind with these videos. In a very important video that is going to indicate red flags in crypto YouTubers. Yes, there's going to be an in-depth video pretty much about red flags in crypto YouTubers. Now, I'm not going to call out anyone specific, but I highly recommend watching it. It's going to come out in about a day because there are some big red flags in there. And if you follow the wrong people during this bull run, you are going to lose money. Okay. People are going to make bad, consistent callouts. People are going to try to scam you. Listen, it just is what it is. Not everyone is a good soul out there. Anyways, let's just jump right into the analysis. Listen, guys, Turbo, beautiful, beautiful recovery, right? Last time we pretty much updated Turbo was when Turbo was roughly here around this type of price action. Turbo did have a recovery, and it did say, look, it looks like it is going to go lower, and it did go lower, not as low as we thought, but this is why, I just say things generally, because in the moment, like, I knew it's going to go lower, but I couldn't tell you a very specific area. I saw this reversing, right? I saw this reversing, this huge change of structure over here on Turbo, and I was like, all right, this is looking beautiful. But I already had uploaded 2 Turbo videos, so I was like, I'm not uploading a third one. Hell no. Look, man, Turbo, it's recovering. Turbo's also just in a different stage right now. We can see, some of the coins I hold and some of the coins I like Turbo's up 30% compared to some other coins, right? Turbo is going nuclear, but we also do know Turbo's on a different timeline. As we talked about before, very, very quickly, Turbo did pump in October while most coins did pump in November. So I expect Turbo to recover, to recover in price action fairly quick, considering that it is on a different schedule than most other coins. So look, it looks good right now, ladies and gentlemen, right? It is looking fantastic. Like I said, if you want to buy Turbo, you can always buy Turbo like anytime. As long as you don't buy during the peak of the bull run, you're going to make money. So that is it for Turbo. KASPA still holding the 15-cent range. It is looking really, really good. Right, we talked about potential deeper quick retracements to 13.5 cents as potential wicks, right? Any type of, that type of price action is not going to last very long. At this current moment, there is no indication, right? Things are looking good. We're going to talk about Myro. Myro is recovering very, very nice. Myro went to literally the area we talked about, this order block, very, very perfectly, right? So, I thought, I thought Myro's price action was really bullish here. But then we got shaken out, and it still went to the order block. For me, Myro is still, it's still a little bit lagging behind compared to other meme coins. But I believe with Myro, there's going to be so much bandwagon and opportunity when people realize, hey, this coin is still kind of cheap. We could still pump it to 10x. As you guys know, this area right here is kind of hell for Myro. Anything under 14 cents is a big consolidation. But everything with the volume, everything is all right. Now, when we go to Render, Render had a little pullback, but Render is still also bullish. For me, it's my top AI coin. So if that's what I believe, then I believe Render is still going to be probably a 10x from here. If the weekly candle ends something like this, I would not be surprised if there's going to be some kind of order block in the future, back down to $9 as a quick tap before we continue going up. But at the moment, everything is slowly recovering. The markets just move very, very fast, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you buy on the red days when things are down under the proper context, right? We know the bull run is just around the corner. We've technically been in the bull run, but the altcoin season is just around the corner. So buying on red days now is very, very good. Listen, Radium pretty much went to our zone, wicked a little bit lower, right? But you could have gotten a great purchase at 430. At this current moment, you would have been up roughly 30%. So not bad. Our beautiful, beautiful pangolin, right? It is looking good. Pangolin is above our key zone. It took out the last relevant liquidity over here, and now it is chilling above. So looking good for pangolin. I still have high hopes for this coin. This coin can still 80x, right, for our price target. That is fairly realistic, in my opinion, based off the data, based off the evidence. So for me, this is worth the risk. If you're looking for a riskier coin or smaller cap coin, then Pangolin is the play this bull run. XRP looking good, right? XRP is looking good. It pretty much tapped into the last relevant zone over here, and now it is above the big relevant support. All right, we can see. So XRP, I expect to break out very, very soon. There's very limited time on all these coins. When we go back to the others chart, we can see we are between two massive zones right now. Pretty much the all-time high zone and the big support zone. All right, we can see we have touched here multiple times. This was pretty much the March, April highs. So this area is going to be very, very hard to break. I would not really expect to be breaking down below these areas. Furthest we would ever wick is probably 325 billion market cap for the market, the top 10 coins. The coins outside the top 10. So, things are looking good, right? People are calling sell, panic sell one day, and then they're calling buys the other day. Like I called that out, perfect buying opportunities were just around the corner. As you guys know, overall markets will try to shake you out the next few days, the next few weeks, because the market makers know people are here to make money, right? And guys, overall right now, in my opinion, I'm going to do this with Turbo, and I'm going to talk about it in the future. But the worst thing you can do right now, in my opinion, is try to flip flop, right? Try to get out of positions, especially on, when things dip and you get out because you think you're going to dip a little bit more. I mean, you're at that point playing for such a small margin, right? If something drops 25% and you're trying to get an extra 10% dip out of it, so you take that loss, or you get out then just to get an extra 10% discount, it doesn't really make sense to me, right? If you're going to be doing these types of risky plays, like if we go back to Turbo, right, the best thing that would have been is to literally sell somewhere up here. Now, in a way, this is hindsight, but in a way it's not, because if you listen to this channel, I talk about how historically with Forex pairs, with cryptos and stuff, usually things never ever break and go fly high on the second tap. Usually it requires a third tap or fourth one to really break through. We can see this is the highest and this is the second tap, right? We can see that. We can see that. So, this would have been the play to do, sell somewhere up here and then, get in, let's say somewhere over here for a discount, right? You would have been up a nice amount. You could have done a nice flip. And that's what I'm going to try to attempt with Turbo in the future. But when you sell your bag, down here to get potentially like lower levels that could happen, but also structurally don't happen. Like I heard about some people trying to buy Turbo again down here, and down here it's like, guys, like it just doesn't make sense in terms of structure. We talked about this, right? We talked about it, that it's very, very unlikely for that to happen, especially given the context, right? I get there's a weekly order block, but it's risky, man. It's risky. And as you know, some things don't need to retrace such a far amount. Some things can just retrace, 50, 60%, and they're going to be chilling, right? If we do this, we actually go like this, we can see Turbo pretty much retraced 61% from the last relevant high, and it just went fly high, right? It's going to continue going up, right? It's probably going to see some consolidation, some sideways movement, but overall is very, very bullish. I don't think Coinbase is going to be a massive sell-off. I don't believe that. A lot of people do believe that. I don't believe that personally, but we will see, right? I can give you one example with what else I'm talking about. Gold is a beautiful, beautiful example. If we actually look at gold's monthly, we could see, gold was in a very, very big range, but gold had a top, then it had a double top, then it had a triple top, and then the fourth time it finally broke out, right? So one time it went up, second tap, pulled further back, triple tap, Then it only went roughly 50% before it broke out. So I've already learned my lesson with these cryptos, right? You can see it went roughly 50 to 60% down from the last top. And I've learned my lesson with these cryptos is that, you know, if you're going to sell, you have to sell near the top as long as it's the second top, right? Because the first one, it's hard to kind of sell. You would really have to check, reversal signs in the moment. But like again, with Turbo, right? With Turbo, we already had a top. And in my previous Turbo videos, I did say it's going to sell off here. Now, I don't say this to be cocky or anything. I just say this because this is just how the markets work, right? This is just how the markets work. Yeah, I think we covered H bar. Not really. I mean, everything is in recovery mode, right? Everything is looking good. Guys, listen, we came to a point of video where, I discussed a lot of things. If you still made it, listen, I highly recommend joining the server. We have about 40, 50 coins getting updated every single day, covered every single day. So I highly recommend, if you're a user that has XDC, DIA, Render, whatever coin, I highly recommend you get into the Discord, buy and sell signals, consistent updates to keep you, so you guys have a peace of mind. And yeah, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll talk to you guys next time.